Hey guys, Dr. Michigan Piper here in a pipe rest, and been a minute. Today I am smoking in my Dr. Greyboe Savoy. I'm full codger in it today. It's Captain Black Platinum, and no surprise to any of you who watch my channel on a regular basis. Just relaxing. It's been a couple of days of rain, and went on a short walk, but it's cold, windy day today, so it's like, hey, what can we do? And I'm like, I'm gonna have a pipe. So I was gonna fill you guys in. I know I had hinted towards changing jobs in some other videos, and now that things have come to fruition, I can kind of explain what's going on. But I am no longer going to be doing the medical examiner investigator role as much as I love it. I love being an investigator, and I'll go into that here in a minute, but I was offered a position with our church working with the middle school kids, which nobody wants to do. And I can't say that it's, I told my pastor, I said, if you'd asked me this 2 years ago, I'd be like, no, absolutely not, no. But I've been working with them for the last 2 years, and made some connections there. And it's interesting how God will lead you, through those things. So seeing him at work there. But there's a couple reasons why I'm making the switch. One is because I've been wanting to get more ingrained in our church. I feel like I want to do more with my life than just have a profession that has nothing to do with God other than being a godly man. And I'm not looking to enter the priesthood by any means, but I wanted to do more. So this came up, and I was asked if I wanted to do it, and I thought to myself, well, I can't do this in the medical examiner's job. So, excuse me. Thought about it, prayed about it, talked to my wife about it, and the pay is comparable, so that's not an issue. It would be, one less job that I have to be up in the middle of the night for, which I really like my sleep, and it's been kind of challenging at times, getting nights where you're out for the medical examiner's office, and then the next night you get called for a fire in the middle of the night or whatever, and just, it's rough. So another part of it is that I think I was getting a little bit too comfortable or too close to my position as an investigator. The pride was starting to sneak in a little bit. And you guys, I'm going to be pretty open about this. You guys know me, I'm an open book, right? So, but at the end of the day, being the guy that comes in and the cops look to you like, hey, what is it? What are we going to do? And the family looks to you like, what happens next? And you're that guy, that can get to you a little bit as far as your pride. I'm that guy. I'm the guy that comes in and I have answers, and if you're not careful, that can sneak up on you. You can become a very prideful person. So all of this stuff kind of came together, and I was like, as much as I absolutely love being an investigator, I think this is the right move. So I'll be doing, I think it's June, I'll be doing both jobs, getting one up and running and the other one phasing it out, because not only am I an investigator with them, and if you don't watch my channel, these are my part-time jobs. I have a full-time job as a fire chief, but I need to get other investigators up running to replace me. I'm the county lead for our team, so I need to get the other person's gonna be taking over the lead. She's awesome. She's not gonna have a problem with it at all. But just making sure she got her questions answered, and then getting the other investigators up and running so that when I make my transition, they're not in a lurch. My jury's still out in this lighter, you guys. It's different. I love the nostalgia of a, and I know I just shifted gears on you. I apologize, but that's probably all I have to say about that. I love the nostalgia of an old boy lighter or a Peterson lighter like this. But maybe this is a good segue. The pride of having one. I've already caught myself like, yeah, if I go this place, you know, I'll take this, you know, because that looks nice. And I'm not that kind of person, or at least I don't want to be, you know. I want a lighter because it's nice, it feels good in the hand, you know, it lights, reliable. So the jury's still out on this. Still a little bit awkward for me, but not horrible. It does feel good in the hand, I gotta admit, that it does. The nostalgia is there, you know, and that's why I smoke a pipe, and that's why I use fountain pens, and so I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if I'm doing this for me or for everybody else. So we'll see. But pride's a tricky thing, you guys. I used to look at people that would talk about pride like that and like, relax, you know, just live your life, you know, and until I saw what pride can do, until I saw how it can eat people up, damage relationships. I had a couple of trainings that I'm teaching. I just taught one this week, and I'm teaching another one here in another couple of weeks. And it was for an agency that had some changes, and somebody came in from the outside, and they tried to cancel my trainings. And I was furious. I was like, how dare they, you know? And without getting into all the nitty-gritty details, I started realizing that the whole reason, let me back up a little bit, when I get really, really mad, at some point I come to this point where I'm like, all right, Lord, why am I so mad? You know, most of the time, if not all the time, if I'm that furious, there's something going on here. It's not something that's happening to me. And sure enough, it boiled down to pride, you know. How dare you cancel my class? That's my class. I'm teaching that class. I'm the man, you know, that kind of thing. And I don't think that way, but at least not that I do on purpose. But you can tell, you know, when you boil it down, you start thinking about that stuff, you start praying about it, it's like, man, that's it. It's like that. It's about how I look. And a different use of the word, I always prided myself in focusing on, are the students getting my message, not on what do I look like. Now, granted, you want to present well, so they do get what you're putting across, but when it becomes about how you look, or your image, whether it's the image of what you look like or the image of who you are in man's eyes, that's pride. So that took me a while to get over, and you know, I got through that one and didn't cancel the classes, but it helped me as an instructor to keep myself in check, because it comes out of your pores when you're prideful. Everybody in the room knows it when the person is prideful. So I've always struggled with pride. It's not something, sometimes you look at people and it's like, you struggle with pride. How do you think so good of yourself? It's like, no, people who struggle with pride, I can't speak for everybody. I can speak for me. I don't think highly of myself, which I think is part of the problem, because when you do something well, it's easy to fall in the trap of now I have something I'm good at type of thing. And you don't think that, you don't purposely think that, but at the end of the day, when you boil it all down, that's what it usually comes back to when there's an issue, is the fact that you've made this image of yourself and you've gotten your self-worth out of what you're doing, instead of being a child of God. So yeah, that's my little 2 cents on pride, you guys. I think we all struggle with it on some level. So then I get this relit, enjoy some nice peaceful time to myself, and just let the thoughts roam. So guys, I hope you're doing well. Until next time, you take care.